Jeffrey doesn't even know who Hamza is. He doesn't have time to improve himself. He used to watch Logan Paul podcasts, play video games, and fap. Adonis has been watching Hamza for years. But he doesn't merely watch the videos for enjoyment, but takes serious effort to implement everything he's learned into his life in order to become the best version of himself. Hamza is the most well-known self-improvement. Within 3 years, he gained over 2 million subscribers and has improved the lives of millions of young men. I discovered self-improvement from Hamza and was encouraged to start this channel from him. I am grateful, eternally grateful to Hamza for leading me to improve my life from being weak and depressed to being much stronger, more aesthetic, and just better in every way. Now, whilst Hamza has been successful for years, earning over 10k per month consistently ever since his aesthetic body course popped off, he has exploded his wealth over the past year, especially going from earning only 20k per month only last year to over 100k per month this year. When I learned that, I was absolutely shocked. I just couldn't understand how a man who lived in his parents' house, who wore a bathrobe all day, and was just making YouTube videos, 5x his income in under a year, making more than 99.99% of people, going from financially free to absolutely filthy rich. I need to dig deeper into how he actually had achieved this amazing success so that I could implement all the things into my own life. After watching all of his most recent videos, I discovered both the main and more subtle reasons behind how Hamza exploded his income, with everything from destroying his limiting beliefs to creating Adonis School. Watch this until the end to learn how Hamza went from 20k per month to 100k per month in under a year, and how you can significantly improve your life by implementing all the same strategies. When Hamza first started his YouTube channel about 3 years ago, he was getting £300 per month from the government with universal credit, which is essentially unemployment or welfare. Whilst he was growing his channel, he was also growing his income through Skillshare classes, one-to-one coaching, and online courses. This is how Hamza went from £300 per month to £20,000 per month. This is an insane, almost impossible increase in income. He literally went from earning £3,600 per year whilst being addicted to weed, playing video games, eating junk food, hating his job, and not being able to support his family much, to earning £240,000 per year whilst being physically and mentally stronger, being in amazing shape, and having improved every aspect of his life holistically through self-improvement. For a 9-to-5 worker, it would have taken decades to go from 4,000 to almost 250,000. However, it only took Hamza 2 years. That's the power of being an entrepreneur and running an online business. You'll experience exponential success. Basically, you'll have no or little results for months, and then all of a sudden, you're earning more than everyone else. Even people who've been working in the same company for 50 years. However, after reaching £20,000 per month, Hamza has said that his income and his YouTube channel had plateaued. His Skillshare classes were cancelled. He was still extremely successful. However, in order to grow and become even more successful, something needed to change. The first thing that changed was destroying his limiting belief about money. Hamza had stated that having the right mindset is one of, if not the, most important aspects to your success. Without the right mindset, you will never achieve success. You need to believe that you can actually achieve success, and that you will, as long as you put in the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Another thing is you need to you need to chuck out all of your limiting beliefs. These are the thoughts, the beliefs about yourself, about the world, about your work, about your results that will hold you back from improving and becoming the best version of yourself. This could be you believing that you would never be able to earn money online, or that you could never become consistent in going to gym simply because of who you were before. In order to become successful, you need to discover what your mindset, your beliefs, your thoughts, your limiting beliefs are, and then shift them if they would hold you back. If you're serious about becoming successful, you will need to think, journal, and meditate on this. Now, even though Hamza had improved his life significantly, he still had limiting beliefs and mindsets that he needed to get rid of in order to become better. Hamza's main limiting belief was that he didn't care about money, becoming rich, or being an entrepreneur, and only dedicated his life to producing self-improvement videos in order to spread the good message of self-improvement to as many men as possible. This led to Hamza hiring employees, spending £10,000 per month on video editors, short creators, thinkers, thumbnail creators, creating daily clickbait, highly edited videos to try get as many men to learn about self-improvement as possible. Now, whilst this was beneficial and did result in millions of men, including myself, finding self-improvement and getting on it, anytime Hamza tried to sell a product, he would get attacked by people claiming that he's a sellout and he only cares about money. Due to this, Hamza developed a limiting belief that he didn't really care about earning money, and that wanting to become as wealthy as possible was a negative and toxic thing and shouldn't be done. However, Hamza was able to remove this limiting belief by simply accepting that he did care about money and did want to become rich. He realized it wasn't a toxic or bad thing to want to become rich, and that all the people who would comment about him being a sellout didn't even like him in the first place. They were just watching self-improvement videos because of how highly edited they were. Hamza accepted that he wasn't only interested in spreading self-improvement. Of course he was, but that wasn't the only thing. He also wanted to be rich and be an entrepreneur. I believe that this is what all men want, no matter how noble they appear. In fact, you have to be a bit wary of men who claim that they don't even care at all about money. Like, not even an inch. Because just like FTX's Sam Bankman-Fried, these are the men who want all your money the most and will be willing to screw you out of it in order to get it. Like I said before, in order to experience the same level of success as Hamza, you need to be aware of your limiting beliefs and work to destroy them. You cannot be as successful as your potential if you have a limiting belief holding you back. It's like you're trying to sprint, but you have to pull a train behind you. That's what it's like if you want to become successful while still holding on to a limiting belief or a bad mindset. After Hamza discovered that his purpose had changed from just trying to spread self-improvement to as many people as possible, no matter how much it cost him, to actually focus on building his business, he was able to cut back on pretty much all of his expenses by firing all of his editors, thumbnail creators, personal assistants, short creators, etc. He went from having a team of around 10-ish people to no one. In order to become rich, you must reduce any unneeded expensive costs. This could be living in a cheaper house, not buying expensive luxury goods, and simply just keeping your costs low. Live below your means. This allows you to reinvest the majority of your income back into your business, or invest it into real estate, stocks, gold, silver, whatever. Living like you're broke, even if you're earning thousands of pounds per month, when you're early in your journey, is the best way to actually become and stay rich. Because so many people, they'll get a little bit of money and they'll just chuck it out on Gucci or Adidas or Nike shoes. Just a waste of money. It's so much better to just reinvest it so you actually be able to grow your money and be able to waste it when you have a lot more further down the line. Hamza was able to get rid of almost all his expenses, which would have been thousands of pounds per month, with not only being able to keep his income constant after significantly reducing his expenses, but vastly improve and increase his income for one reason only. And that was changing his YouTube strategy. Adjusting his content so that he keeps the same amount of viewers, but with no color, attention-grabbing thumbnails or the Jeffrey versus Adonis editing. Hamza initially created Mr. Beast style self-improvement videos, with shorter, daily, highly edited videos that even a Jeffrey level attention span could focus on. He then switched his content strategy to producing much longer, more detailed, more researched videos, less often, with no colorful and attention-grabbing thumbnail and editing. He also promised that each of his videos would change your life, and so far he has not disappointed that. This means that Hamza could pull in the same amount of views without needing any employees. Therefore, no thumbnail creator, no editor or thinker is needed, saving him thousands per month. Changing his strategy also allowed him to move from Dubai, where his lifestyle cost him around £10,000 per month, to his parents' house, where he could focus and cut back seriously on his expenses. Leaving Dubai, leaving Thailand, and living back with his parents also allowed Hamza to seriously focus on his business, with few distractions or costs or time-consuming tasks such as cooking or cleaning needed. This allowed him to focus entirely on his business all day. But in order to become rich, you cannot focus on saving money by cutting back on your spending. That's an old strategy. The new strategy is instead you must focus on exploding your income. You must focus on increasing as much as possible. And that's what Hamza did by creating a paid community called Adonis School. This is where people pay hundreds of dollars a month to speak to Hamza regularly for hours every day. This is the thing that allowed Hamza to explode his income from $20,000 per month to over £100,000 per month in only 1 year. However, everything from removing his limiting beliefs to reducing his expenses led to him actually being able to create his paid community. Hamza spends a few hours every day speaking to his Adonis School boys, providing them help with any issue related to business and self-improvement, along with providing exclusive self-improvement content. He even just has coffee or talks with them. He now has almost 500 people, each paying hundreds of pounds a month, every month, for this exclusive paid community. This is Hamza's main moneymaker. And if you ever heard of the 80-20 rule, then Adonis School is the 20% of work that Hamza puts in to allow him to earn over 80% of his income, around that approximately. Once you work and dedicate yourself to a niche, learning new skills and building up your business or your brand, then you will also be able to earn over 80% of your income from a relatively small, easy task, as Hamza now earns tens of thousands per month, every month, simply from hopping on Zoom calls for a couple hours every day. However, it's all the work that he put in on himself and his channel that allowed him to reach the point where people are willing to pay hundreds of pounds per month in order to speak to him regularly. If you want to reach the same success as Hamza, then you need to follow a regular routine. Following a regular routine where you do mostly the same things at the same time every day is the best way to become more productive in life. This is the same as following the school timetables, where for 1 hour you need to be in lunch, or the next hour you need to be in math class. By setting out and sticking to a routine, it will prevent you from procrastinating or wasting time. This is the exact strategy that caused Hamza to be successful in the first place, with him having his timetable as his phone's wallpaper. And since he has re-implemented it back into his life, he has 5x'd his income. Even though you might think that just following a military style routine would be boring, just doing the same things every day. However, you will learn to fall in love with following a strict schedule, as you'll be able to achieve so much more than you thought you could, becoming more productive than 99% of people. Hamza even follows his same daily routine on his birthday, due to it being the thing that he loves to do, as even if you follow it only 50% a day, you're still so much more productive than you were before, and most people are every day. You will literally become addicted to it, the feeling of progress and achievement towards your goals. Whilst it will be hard to stay consistent at the beginning, just stick with it. By dedicating a part of your day every day to meditating, to reading, to exercising, to working, to walking in nature, to resting, you will find it a lot easier to do and focus on these habits that will lead to you becoming the best version of yourself every day. Hamza has followed the principles in the 4-hour work week for years, aiming to minimize his workload as much as possible, aiming to work as little as possible, and making up for it by outsourcing all the time-consuming tasks to his employees, like thumbnail creation or video editing. This allowed Hamza to focus only on learning and recording videos. However, Hamza recently discovered that he actually prefers working 12 hours a day rather than only 4 hours a week, leading to him becoming much more successful. Because as good as the principles in the 4-hour work week are, you will need to work a lot in order to get a lot back. You cannot just merely outsource everything. And even though outsourcing is beneficial, if you work for 12 hours a day, of course you're going to achieve a lot more than you do in 4 hours a week, even if you outsource everything perfectly in the 4 hours per week. You just have so much more time to think and plan and just execute on what you need to do. Even though Hamza's views have fallen and the number of new subscribers he is getting has worsened ever since he switched his content strategy, Hamza has become much, much richer. That is because he stopped focusing on trying to become viral and get as many viewers as possible, and instead focused on his true fans, his fans who watch every video and who would buy his product as soon as he released it. Most of the people who watch his YouTube videos are just looking for entertainment or quick self-improvement advice. However, there are a small number of people who are die-hard Hamza fans, and by focusing on them exclusively pretty much, Hamza was able to explode his income. These are the fans who would pay hundreds for an online course, thousands for an hour of a one-to-one coaching call, or hundreds every month for Adonis school. Focusing on your true fans will be the best way to explode your income. So focus on providing them with as much value as possible, and try to manipulate the casual viewer into a die-hard true fan. If you want to achieve the same amount of success as Hamza has in the past year, you need to implement everything that Hamza has done into your own life. Are you ready to take the necessary steps to elevate your life and to achieve extraordinary success? You need to start by shifting your mindset, reducing unnecessary expenses, changing your business strategy, providing as much value to your customers or to your viewers as possible, and committing to a daily routine that will drive you towards your goal. Now, if you have enjoyed this video and learned a lot about how Hamza actually improved his life and how he became exceptionally rich, then please like the video and subscribe in order to learn how to become the best version of yourself. Thanks for watching, and remember that it's your duty to become the best version of yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Woo!